Right, morning everyone. Well, yeah, it was a long weekend over in Perth here, and got heaps done. Absolutely knocked it out of the park, really. Yesterday, my old man come over pretty early, like 7:30 in the morning, and we started painting all. I don't know if you've seen the previous video, but I pointed out that the ceiling in here, we had a painter come about, or in January I think it was, and I think it was a combination of really crap paint and probably application. I think it was a bit too hot and the paint was drying too quickly, so it was really streaky. You can actually still see it, probably can't see it on the camera, but we ran out of paint where the smoke detector is, just there. Just feathered it out a little bit, so we've still got this bit to do and a little bit in the games room. I'll show you over here, but the kitchen got done, this massive room here got done, and the games room got done. But you can see it there, we missed a spot, and that's the difference. So this needs another coat. You can still see it's this was pretty bad, this room. This was probably the worst room. It just didn't look that bad because it's a smaller room, and it's got less, doesn't have windows either side, but you can see that shiny patch there. So I've got to get another 4 litres, and you can see around the aircon vent there how she's a bit patchy. I don't know if I can see it, but it's a bit hard through the camera. But yeah, it's really weird. I don't know what it was, but you can see that patch there that we've missed. Just everything's white, so you can't really tell. So yeah, another coat in here. The rest of it's pretty good over there. It's just that bit and around the aircon. And even in this room, you can, just around the cornices, I'm not too fussed about that. I don't really want to go much closer than that. The majority of it's 100 times better than what it was. So I think this room's going to stay as it is. Might just touch up those cornices there and run it down. I noticed down here as well. You can't really tell there, but it's the same as above over there. Just needs a bit more of a touch up. So I'll grab another 4 litres. I thought I had 10 litres of paint, but I only had about 5 or 6. So that's as far as it got us. But and that's only one coat as well, and that fixed it. So that was good. We were thinking we were going to have to do 2 coats. That's why the old man come around about 7:30 in the morning and knocked it out. It was really good. We're done by about 10, and then we started on the Torana. So it scrapes a lot. It's got 295 wide tyres on the back, so they're pretty wide. And I can't open the door, but I've chopped the body out, the door, sorry, there, and the body out there, so the guards actually do something. You might be able to see if I put it under. Nah, it's a bit dark, but it just scrapes on this side. So what we did was put these things. I bought 2 of them. We ended up using 1. They're a 6mm spacer that slips in underneath the spring. So you got to take the shock off. You got to take the brake caliper off because that's got disc brakes on the back now. So I had to take the caliper off. It was only this side we did. The other side, for some reason, it was sitting about 5mm low on this side. So we measured it all up, and yeah, it was a bit dodgy on this side. I don't know why. And don't measure, if you do measure it, don't measure it from the guards, because these guards can be anywhere. We measured it from under here, and yeah, it was off, and now they're exactly the same. They're spot on. With just me in the car, it doesn't scrape, but if someone's in the passenger side, it does scrape, going around a roundabout and just jumping off the curb here. So it fixed it. It's about 50% better, but I don't want to go any higher. And we can see where it's scraping too, because there's a bit of rubber dust on the door where it's hitting, but it's right on the seam where the door folds back over on itself, or the outer skin folds over and under the inner skin, and I don't want to cut it because then you're compromising the door. So I'm just going to leave it, and then when this thing needs new tyres, I'm just going to go to some 285s or something like that, a little bit thinner, and that'll fix that drama. But at least it's sitting level now, so that's good. So yeah, that got a drive on the weekend. That was nice. And then we'll go in the shed, and I'll show you what's been happening there. So yeah, so 7:30 till 10:30 was the paint. 10:30 till 12 was the Torana, and then the big one out the back. Before I get in the shed, this thing's really cool. They're from Bunnings. that's my third different style of pizza oven, and I think this one's a keeper. So yeah, it's pretty much chuck it on top of your barbie. It's got, so that, see the sides there, here, the heat goes up, and heat goes up down here. Warms the stones up all the way around, really nice. What I did notice, we did 3 pizzas just for us on Saturday night or Sunday night, and you do have to wait. It seems a bit counterintuitive because I put it on about halfway. It was, the temperature gauge was like at 12 o'clock, and I put a pizza in and it burnt the base and didn't cook the top. So the top was a little bit undercooked, the base was getting a bit black and a bit crunchy. So you think that that's too hot, but what I found out, because we did 3, that was the first one, the third pizza, it does tell you that you have to wait until it's hitting that flame, picture of a flame, so it's got to be cranked right over, because the thermometer is in the roof. I don't know if you can see it, nah. But the thermometer's in the roof, not on this bottom stone. So I think what's happening is, if you do only do it, if you put a pizza in at halfway or just a little bit more than halfway, this is hot, how hot it should be, but the top's not up to temperature yet, because that's where the thermometer is. So you're going to burn the base and not cook the top. So what we did, the third one, it was pretty much touching the top of the flame there, just on the end of the dial, and it cooked really fast, and it didn't burn the base, and the cheese and everything was all black on top. Not black, but brown, you know, like the cheese was browning up really nice. So that was Saturday, and then we did a garlic bread pizza last night. Because my folks ended up staying for dinner after they were helping us out all day doing this stuff, and we did just one pizza. So what I did was turn these 3 burners on, because that's what's underneath. That's what I've always been doing, as hot as it can go. It takes about half an hour, and then get it right over, pretty much almost over. We're only doing 1 pizza, so, and there wasn't a lot of topping on it, so I left it there, put it in, and two minutes, turn it around, take it out and turn it around a couple times, because it's a lot hotter at the back half than the front half. Turn it around a couple times and then chuck it back in. 2 minutes, took it out, the base was spot on, and the top was all cooked perfect. And the same was for the third pizza we did on Sunday night was the same. We put it in there, it was cooked really quick, and the base was not even crispy, or not crunchy. It was crispy but not crunchy. It was just too hard. The first 2 were, and you think that you got to turn the temperature down to not burn the base, but no, you got to wait until the temperature goes all the way up until it's where it should be, and then that's cooking the perfect pizza. So that's pretty impressive for $90, and you don't need another gas bottle and all that garbage that goes with it. You just use your barbecue, so that's really good. And then our gas heater that we had hanging up over there, that keeps turning itself off. Has done for the last few months that we've used it, so we've decided we've got rid of it and go to electric. So yeah, we got these ones from Bunnings. They're not top quality ones, they're not the cheapest ones, and they're not the most expensive ones, but somewhere in between. They're 1850 watts, I think, so they're not the most powerful ones either, but they go pretty good. So Saturday we bought that one because we had my missus's folks come around for dinner on Saturday night, and my missus sat there, her mum sat there, feels the cold pretty bad, and she was quite comfortable. I sat on this side, and I could only just feel it on my face. I was a little bit cold, but I was in shorts and t-shirt as well. We had all the blinds down as well, so 0 wind, but yeah, it was all right. They were quite happy. So that was Saturday. So then Sunday morning we went out and got that one. I took that gas heater down, and we got another one exactly the same. And so then my folks were around for dinner last night, Monday night they were here. Today's Tuesday, yeah. The one day public holiday sends you off. So that was really good. It's kind of like you're sitting in the sun. It's so much different than the gas. That gas heater was way too hot. You couldn't even have your glass of beer on the table because it just warmed your drink up It was just way too hot, and you couldn't turn it down. It was on or off, and that was it. So I've got it disconnected at the top there, and I mean, if you turn that yellow valve, gas is coming out, so just got to be careful there. But I'm gonna get I'm trying to find someone that's a plumber and an electrician, so one person come, and I want to pull that gas, I want to disconnect that gas pipe back in the ceiling, just cap it, pull all that stuff off because that's not necessary anymore, and then I want them to put a 15 amp power point above there, kind of where that hole is, or wherever it needs to go. I can patch that hole up, no worries, because you can see there's a hole where the gases come through. So yeah, I'll patch that up, but 15 amp power socket there and a 15 amp power socket above there. That way, if these things don't last too long, I don't know how long they're going to last, but if you only get a few years out of them, I'm not sure, whatever, then I will splash out, because I know that these work now, so I will splash out and get some, I don't know, $600-700 ones, 3 kilowatt ones, 3,000 watt ones, so almost double the power that these ones put out. That bar, I put my thermometer, infrared thermometer gun, and it's cranking 400 degrees, that bar, all the way across after about half an hour once it all heats up. So they're pretty warm. Yeah, so I'll see how I go with these and how long they last. But yeah, that one I've just got plugged into there. It looks a bit dodge. And then this one's on probably shouldn't be running a big extension cord, but it's going all the way up there for now. But like I said, I'll try and find a Sparky to come in and put them on their own 15 amp circuit. So that way, these only draw 1850 watt. But if I do ever want to upgrade to the 3000s, you can just plug them straight in and good to go. And then what else did we do? Yeah, so that was that. Yeah, it was a really busy weekend actually. And then I didn't even film it. Good on Alfie. Didn't even film it, but that's done. That's a bit in the shade there, but I'll turn it on in a minute. That was really heavy. So it was on that slab there that I made it, and you can lift it up and move it. Sorry, not lift it up, you could tilt it up, you could shimmy it across, but there was no way me and my old man were lifting that. That was so heavy. So pretty much we had to get it to this point just here. I'm glad we didn't break any of these because they're not concreted in the best. Yeah, then they're all hard. Just built it up and then made a slide out of some wood and just slid it down, and there's some big limestone blocks that were left over from that thing there. I think it was the ones on the side there. I've got them laying flat, and then they're sitting on there. Dug it out, put a that pond liner in that you can see, laid the bricks in, put the mesh on, then put that on, and connected the pump and everything. I need some more rocks, so I bought 6 buckets of rocks, and it wasn't enough. I thought it would have been heaps, but yeah, definitely I'm going to get some more rocks just to make sure I cover all that plastic so you can't see it. So yeah, that was a mission. That took longer than painting and doing the car and everything. And place is a mess again. That's one thing, doing stuff you kind of not under the pump, but you know, Dad's only here for a certain amount of time, so I'm not going to spend time cleaning up after every job, so everything just gets launched in here, and then you know, it takes me a week to get everything back to how it was, but that's all good. And if you can notice, there's only one bike here. Only the good old gravel bikes remains. That electric bike developed a bit of a knocking noise. Pretty sure it was coming from the crankset. I did put a post up on the forum, the bloody Facebook page, whatever it is, for that bike, and someone had the same issue, and they found out it was the back spokes. I think it was, from what he was saying, like that noise. 2 spokes were rubbing together, one was loose, one was tight, and they were rubbing and making a noise, but I could feel it coming through big time through the left pedal. It was like a knocking noise big time. So I took it down. I got in contact with the people I bought it off. They've been really good actually, because they're in Melbourne, and it took a day. Like, it's just backwards and forwards with emails. And then on Saturday I just went, look, I'm just going to take it down. There's a bike shop in Malaga, really good guy, I've used him a few times, So I'm just going to take it down to him because I know he'll know how to fix it. Took it down there. He took it for a ride. He goes, yeah, I can feel it. And it's not on every rotation, so it's like every so often, and then it might do it like 3 times in a row, and then it won't do it for a while, and then yeah, I'll put a video up. I've actually taken a video because they wanted the guys in Melbourne that I bought the bike off wanted a video so they could hear what it sounds like. So I'll put a clip in here. The bike's actually started making a clicking noise. I don't know what that's from. You can kind of hear it. Doesn't do it all the time. There it goes. I'll be quiet for a bit. There it goes. There it goes. Doesn't do it every pedal stroke. There it goes. And it'll do it whether you're putting pressure on the pedals or not. A bit weird. Just started doing it like 2 Ks ago. So anyway, yeah, the guy at the bike shop rode it, and he's like, yep, I can hear that. He goes, I can feel it coming through the thing. He goes, I'm pretty sure it's going to be your crank is a tapered crank. So I think what he's saying, I don't really know, but this fits onto a tapered shaft, and the pedal on that side fits onto a tapered shaft. And when they come out of the box, I still haven't read the instructions, but I had a quick glance over the instructions, and there was no mention of tightening these up because the bike came pretty much assembled. You just had to put the front tyre on and the handlebars on. There was no mention of going over everything and, you know, tighten these down to, he reckons, 50 to 60 Newton meters. And I didn't tighten them. And when he checked them, they were loose. He had a massive big Allen key and tightened it. He got like another full 1.5 rotations out of it. So he said if that was loose, it's stuffed up the taper and you'll never be able to tighten them again. You can tighten them as much as you want, but it's always going to be rocking on the taper, and that's what that noise is. So it might be a rear spoke, it might be that, not sure. I dropped it there on Saturday, and he said, look, he won't get to it because of the public holiday. He won't get to it till Wednesday, which is tomorrow. So hopefully tomorrow I hear something back from him, and I get it back on Wednesday Arvo or Thursday or something like that. So then I'll do another little update with that, let you know what it is. But in the meantime, I've been backwards and forwards with the guys that I bought it off in Melbourne. Electric Kicks, their name is. And I rang them up. She said, send us a video. We need to see a video. So I just did a quick video, put it up on YouTube. Not on this channel, did it on another one. So I just didn't know what they were gonna do. So they heard it. Then the email started. I think we're up to email 10 or 12 at the moment. Their last one on Friday afternoon was take it to Wanderlust, it's called, in the city. It's right in the heart of Perth. And I don't really, I got a bike rack, but I don't want to start driving I'm like 40 minutes out of the city during the week. For me to get there's at least 40 minutes, and then with the bike on the back, and then you got to find parking, take the bike off, walk the bike through the city, all that kind of stuff, go to this shop, and then I'm going to have to go back there to pick it up. So that's when I kind of made the decision that I'm just going to go to the bike shop down here, and if they pay for it, they pay for it. If not, I'll pay for it. It can't be that much. So I dropped it off there without telling them. They told me to bring it to the city. I kind of replied back to them straight away and just said, look, I've already taken the bike down to Malaga because it's closer and I need it done quickly and I don't have time to go to the city. So anyway, I heard back from him yesterday, so it must not have been it was King's birthday, but I think over East they have it next Monday, not this Monday. They're not over East in Perth, WA. They don't have that on the same public holiday for some reason. So they were working yesterday, so that's when they got back to me, and they said, look, no dramas. You take it there, get them to call me, and we'll cover the cost, whatever it needs to be fixed. So yeah, pretty good customer service, very good. And they were the people that I'd only just finished putting the bike back together when I got it on a couple of Tuesdays ago, and phone call straight away. How's the bike? Did it get there all right? Any damage? Let us know if we can help you out in any way, putting it together or whatever. Any questions, give us a call. So yeah, pretty good customer service, and I wasn't expecting them to cover the cost of whatever's broken on it. at the moment, just because I just took it to a shop that I wanted to. So I wrote to them and said, look, if you want to cover it, all good, but if you don't want to cover it, I understand, because it's not your authorised repairer. So yeah, I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting I was expecting nothing, and I was going to pay for the whole lot, but 50% of me was thinking maybe they might cover the labour or the part, and then I cover the labour or the part. You just go halves in it or whatever. But no, they emailed me yesterday and said, no, we'll cover the whole cost to get you back on the road. So pretty happy about that. So yeah, worked out well in the end, except the only thing is I'm without a bike for a week. So it's no drama. I've got this one to use if I need to use it, so it's all good. That's the old heater there. I don't know what's wrong with that. I'm going to try and sell it, because I know you can refurbish them. We bought that second hand, and then we've had it for 10 years, so I think it just needs a new regulator or something like that to stop it from just going out by itself after 10 minutes. Yeah, and then that's the pump I put in, the pump I've got in there. I should turn that on so you can see what it's like. It's actually worked out really well. Like, the water only falls through that middle bit, so I'll turn it on. I don't think there's any water in it though at the moment. I emptied all the water out. 2 seconds. So that's it there. Goes alright. Tonight I've just put some rocks just to stop the splash a bit, and it was really loud. So yeah, just a few rocks to stop the splash. I mean, you get a bit of splash here, but it's not going to be on every day or whatever. It's only on if we've got people over or whatever. I'll turn it on. I've just got the extension cord sitting on there at the moment, but I will dig that in eventually. Once I get some more rocks, I've got to find some more rocks. And then they're the lights. You can see under there. I haven't got them in yet. Just got the wires there for them. What I'm going to do is, the wire for the lights is just here, just ends here. It ends there somewhere. So I'll connect some power to it just roughly here. Get a multimeter and make sure there's power to go in each 3 of those. Because if the wires broke or whatever reason while we're manhandling it around, then I'll just snip the wires and it doesn't have lights in it. But yeah, if all the wires still work, then all good. We'll put some lights in. And that's better. I'll cover it up and see it a bit better. It's just the sun's not really the right angle at the moment, but sounds good, and you can it's loud enough. Like, you can still hear it here. Probably the microphone won't pick it up, but that's loud enough. Yeah, so that worked out really well, apart from how heavy it is. I don't know a way to make it any lighter, but yeah, it's just going to get connected to there. I'll just run all the wires there underneath these rocks, and then up the thing and connect it up to there. And same with the lights as well, because I'm going to do garden lights. The same lights that are going to go in the water feature will be around, but I haven't come up with a design for them just yet. But that'll get there. So that's that's that. So anyway, that's a bit of an update. I'll have another walk around and just see if there's anything else to tell you, but I don't think there is. Everything went quite smoothly, apart from this stuff. That was from Bunnings as well. That's unbelievable. My mate told me about that. Glyphosate free. I've been using Roundup, Zero, all this stuff. Zero, glyphosate, and this stuff I'm pretty sure, yep, that has glyphosate as well. That works better than Zero. I got that from like a specialty lawn shop or turf shop, and that's much better than that. Like quicker reacting. That takes like 2 weeks. This takes about a week, but this stuff is this stuff's about 2 hours, and you can see a difference in the weeds. 24 hours later, they're brown. Pretty good. I did my whole verge, and the only thing is, see, this is 4 to 8 mils per litre, just for your normal run of the day. So let's say 10 mils per litre. This stuff, you gotta open it, but I'm pretty sure, hang on, let's have a look. I'm pretty sure this stuff's the same. It talks in hectares, millilitres per hectare. This is for like farms and stuff. This stuff. So yeah, I think that's the same rate. You use that about the same rate. This stuff is 70 mils. So you're definitely going to go through. You know, it's 7 times less potent than that, but it works so much better. So anyway, that's all I can say about that. It was pretty good, and it's because we've got the dogs. Apparently, if the dogs lick it or whatever, eat some grass that it's been on, it just gives them an upset stomach. You know, it won't cause any harm to them, so that's good. So yeah, that stuff's really good. My old man's going to go get some of that. It smells a bit, but at least it doesn't have glyphosate in it. How bad that is, I'm not sure, but it's banned in some countries and not here for some reason. So yeah, so nah, all good. All right, yeah, like I said, I'll have a quick walk around, but I think that's some of the formwork and rubbish from the fountain. And then I'm going to have to get my circular saw out and a big knife and cut all this stuff up, I think, just to get it in the bin. Yeah, that's not a today job. I'm going to leave that for a bit. So yeah, that's pretty much it really. That's about the only other job for sure. Got through a heap of work. It was unbelievable. It's really good, and definitely had made it up for beers last night. So all good. All right, we'll catch you later and have a good one.